Welcome back to my YouTube channel Vault Treasures. Imagine holding what looks like an ordinary, brown, worn-down Lincoln penny. The kind that gets lost in couch cushions or tossed into a jar without a second thought. Now imagine that exact penny being worth $436,000. Yes, a single 1975 Lincoln 1-cent coin with no mint mark, a rare and almost mythical error, has rewritten the rules of modern coin collecting. Someone, somewhere in America, might have it sitting quietly in an old coffee can, a drawer, a forgotten wallet, or perhaps it's right there in your home, waiting to reveal a future far wealthier than you ever expected. Before we go deeper, ask yourself one question. When was the last time you actually looked at a penny? Really looked? Funny how we spend our lives chasing bigger things, when sometimes the smallest object holds the biggest reward. Okay, not winning the lottery big, just almost $500,000 from a 1-cent coin big. No big deal, right? This is not just a coin story. It's a wake-up call, a reminder that rare opportunities rarely announce themselves. They hide in plain sight. They wait for the person who stops long enough to pay attention. And today, that person could be you. Back in 1975, the United States Mint was a machine of precision. Billions of Lincoln cents were struck that year, each one expected to follow a strict process. Philadelphia minted coins traditionally carry no mint mark. That wasn't unusual. What was unusual, however, was a small batch of coins struck under conditions that should never have existed, coins whose surfaces, metal composition, die alignment, and anomalous die preparation created a coin so distinct that experts classify it as a high-value error worthy of staggering prices. Collectors whisper about it. Investors chase it. Auctions erupt over it. This elusive 1975 no-mint mark error, only a handful known, some still unconfirmed, has become one of the most desirable Lincoln cents ever recorded. In today's market, one verified specimen reached an astounding $436,000, sending shockwaves through the community and igniting a new wave of high-stakes treasure hunting. You might feel a spark of fear right now, the fear of missing out, the fear of unknowingly tossing away something unimaginably valuable. That fear is good. It means you're awake. It means you understand that this isn't just a hobby. It's an opportunity. And let me interrupt your thoughts for a moment with a surprising question. If you found a $436,000 penny today, what's the first thing you'd buy? A new home? A luxury car? Or maybe you'd finally take that vacation you've been putting off for 20 years. Think about it. Because someone did exactly that after selling theirs. Reality can be funny like that. One moment you're searching for loose change, the next you're changing your entire lifestyle. The demand for rare Lincoln cents, especially errors like the 1975 no-mint mark, has never been higher. With collectors aging, new investors entering the market, and online auctions driving bidding wars to levels we've never seen before, the window to strike while values soar is now. Millionaires are being made quietly, smartly, and quickly in the world of rare coins, and the people who win are the ones who act before everyone else realizes what they've been missing. This coin has become a symbol of what's possible. A reminder that wealth isn't always built through complicated strategies or years of sacrifice. Sometimes wealth starts with recognizing value where others see nothing. Sometimes it begins with something as small as a penny. So here's your moment of urgency. Don't just watch this video, check your coins. Dig through the jars, the purses, the glove boxes, the old boxes in the attic. Examine every 1975 penny you find. Look closely at the date. Inspect the details. If you find one with irregularities, unexplained characteristics, or anything that doesn't fit the typical 1975 Philadelphia strike, you may be holding the key to a six-figure fortune. And here's a quick pattern interrupt to refocus your attention. Imagine calling your boss tomorrow morning and saying, "I won't be coming in today or ever. A penny just fired me." Absurd? Yes. Impossible? Not anymore. Collectors are buying. Dealers are competing. Auctions are erupting with record-breaking bids. The demand is fierce, the opportunities are real, and the people who move fast are the ones who walk away with life-changing rewards. This isn't speculation. It's happening right now. Let this story transform the way you see the world. Let it remind you that wealth hides everywhere. In pockets, drawers, and decades-old collections waiting for someone with the eyes to notice. And maybe, just maybe, that someone is you.so. As we close, remember this: the next great treasure might already be in your possession. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't assume. Because a single 1975 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is already worth $436,000. And the next one could be yours. And your wealthy lifestyle could begin with something so small, so simple, so unexpected, that you'll never look at a penny the same way again. Imagine this for a moment. You wake up, walk to your small desk drawer, riffle through an old box of pennies you almost forgot about, and suddenly one coin, a small, unassuming 1978 Lincoln penny, has the power to rewrite your entire financial future. One coin worth an astonishing $536,000. Yes, a coin that cost 1 cent, now commanding life-changing wealth. It sounds unbelievable, but that is exactly what rare error pennies from 1978 with the D mint mark are capable of doing in today's high-demand numismatic market. Before we go further, let me interrupt your imagination with a quick humorous thought. Imagine explaining to your accountant that your retirement plan isn't stocks, bonds, or real estate. It's a penny, a single penny, and watch how fast they start checking if you're joking. But here's the truth: you're not. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why. You're here because you're searching for a way to transform something ordinary into something extraordinary, to turn forgotten change into financial freedom, and to step confidently toward the wealthy lifestyle you desire. And today, we're diving deep into the coin that is quietly shaking the numismatic world, the extremely rare and powerful 1978 Lincoln 1-cent penny error, a coin now valued at over $536,000. This is not just a story about a coin. It's a story about timing, opportunity, and the hidden treasures that are already in your hands, if you know how to recognize them. This is where your journey begins. Let's step back into the year 1978, a time when millions of Lincoln pennies poured out of the Denver Mint. The machines were loud, the production was fast, and attention to detail wasn't always perfect. And it was in that rush, those tiny moments of imperfection, that the magic happened. A rare minting error was born, and today, collectors are willing to fight for it with six-figure bids. The reason this penny is worth over $500,000 comes down to a specific minting mistake so dramatic, so visually striking, that once you see it, you'll never forget it. These ultra-valuable errors include off-center strikes so extreme they warp the shape of the coin, double die designs that distort Lincoln's portrait or lettering, missing elements that should be impossible to overlook, or even rare transitional planchet mistakes where the coin was struck on the wrong metal. Errors like these are not flaws, they are financial opportunities. Now, here's your pattern interrupt. Picture someone holding a handful of pennies, tossing them around, and saying, "Ah, it's just pocket change." Meanwhile, you already know one of those pennies could be worth more than a luxury car, a year's salary, or even a full retirement plan. Suddenly those pennies look a lot shinier, don't they? The market for 1978 D-era pennies has surged because collectors love them, investors hoard them, and the competition is fierce. Demand is exploding. And what happens when demand rises for a coin with extremely limited surviving examples? Value skyrockets. We are watching that happen right now. Fear can be a powerful motivator, and here is the fear you need to pay attention to. Rare error coins are being discovered every single day by ordinary people, meaning one simple choice, to check or not to check your old coins, can determine whether you gain the wealth or someone else claims it first. Opportunities like this don't wait. But there's also excitement. Imagine the moment you flip over a coin and your breath catches because you found it. That is the kind of excitement people chase their whole lives. And it is completely within your reach. This is not a dream. This is the modern coin market. This is what is happening right now. And you are in the perfect position to benefit from it. Now imagine your life just months from today. Picture stepping into a new chapter. Not struggling, not guessing, but moving with confidence toward wealth because you made the smart decision to check your coins, learn their value, and act fast. This is the transformation that collectors across the country are experiencing, all because they refuse to overlook what others ignored. The 1978 D-penny error valued at $536,000 is not simply a collectible. It's a symbol of financial possibility. It proves that wealth can come from the smallest and most unexpected places. And if you're someone who wants to sell old and rare coins for big money, your timing has never been better. But here's your final pattern interrupt. Let me ask you this question. What's stopping you from finding your own $500,000 penny? Is it doubt? Or just the simple fact that you haven't looked yet? Because the only person standing between you and your wealth is you. The numismatic market is heating up like never before. Collectors are competing, auctions are rising, and rare errors are hitting jaw-dropping numbers. If you want a wealthy lifestyle, if you want your coins to open doors for you, if you want to seize this moment, now is the moment. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. The penny you've ignored for years could be the very tool that transports you into the life you've always imagined. And this isn't speculation. This is the reality of the market right now, so take action. Check your coins. Study the details. Look for the errors. Seek out professional grading when you find something unique. Because your opportunity is already in your hands, waiting for you to recognize it. And when you finally discover that rare 1978 D-error penny worth $536,000, your life will never look the same again. We are stepping inside the unbelievable world of a coin so unassuming, so ordinary, that millions of Americans have unknowingly passed it from hand to hand, without realizing it could be worth over $326,000. This is the story of the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent error coin, a piece of copper that has become one of the most hunted treasures in the numismatic world. And if you own even a single jar of old pennies in your home, this story could shift your life's trajectory in ways you never expected. Act 1 begins with a question most people never ask. What if your financial breakthrough isn't in the future, but already sitting in your drawer? The 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny looks like any other coin from the era, a quiet relic of American circulation. Yet behind its simple face lies a minting error so rare, so critical, and so valuable that collectors have started calling it the ghost penny. A coin that hides in plain sight and reveals its true power only to those who know exactly what to look for. The missing mint mark was not an accident of laziness or oversight. It was a minting failure that slipped into circulation undetected, turning a routine production into a once-in-a-generation anomaly that now commands a staggering market value of $326,000. Imagine walking past your jar of coins tonight knowing one copper disc inside could pay off your home, fund your retirement, or launch the wealthy lifestyle you've always envisioned. As we move deeper into Act 2, we push past curiosity into urgency, because this is where the real transformation begins. Collectors across the nation are racing to secure high-grade examples before their values climb even further. The demand is exploding. Auction floors are seeing emotional bidding wars. Private collectors are quietly paying life-changing sums to obtain this error coin before it disappears into long-term collections. The market is heating faster than almost any other penny category, and the window to capitalize is narrowing by the week. You may feel the thrill building already, and you should. Because every day that passes, more of these valuable coins slip permanently into sealed collections, never to return to the marketplace. The chance to find one inside your own home becomes more extraordinary and more urgent. Now let's pause for a moment, not to break the tension, but to reset your attention. Imagine explaining to your friends that you became wealthy not from stocks, not from crypto, not from some mystical investment, but from a penny. A 1981 penny. You might hear them say, "A penny? You? Really?" And you can smile and say, "Yes, that's right, because I actually checked mine." A little humor goes a long way, but the opportunity remains overwhelmingly real. Americans throw pennies into drawers, jars, car cup holders, old cigar boxes, or that mysterious kitchen bowl where keys and loose change go to vanish. Yet among them could be the exact coin collectors are relentlessly hunting. And as strange as it sounds, the moment you decide to look, you immediately place yourself ahead of millions of people who will never bother. Act 3 brings us to the climax of this journey, the point where possibility becomes action and action becomes transformation. Picture yourself opening that old box today, sorting through pennies one by one. With each coin you handle, you're not just searching, you're elevating your financial future. You're participating in a market booming with excitement, urgency, and massive upward movement. And when you finally identify the unmistakable traits of the 1981 no-mint mark error, when you realize you have something others desperately want, that moment becomes a gateway. This isn't about luck. It's about awareness. It's about stepping into a world where everyday objects become extraordinary assets, where history and wealth intersect, where a single copper coin can shift you from collecting loose change to collecting life-changing value. As the story closes, your journey is just beginning. The 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, worth $326,000, isn't just a coin. It's a reminder that wealth often hides where most people never think to look. Too many Americans dream of financial freedom while ignoring the opportunities sitting right in front of them. You are not one of them. You are here learning, searching, acting. And that puts you in the small percentage of individuals who will discover the wealth others overlook. So tonight, before you sleep, take 10 minutes. Open that old jar. Search through those forgotten pennies. You may be holding not just copper, but a life-changing treasure. And when it reveals itself, your story will shift forever. Your wealthy lifestyle, your dreams, your future may be only one penny away. Imagine holding a simple 1964 Lincoln penny in your hand. You've seen thousands of these coins in your lifetime. In pockets, in drawers, under car seats, or forgotten inside old family jars. But what if I told you that one of these seemingly ordinary coins carries a secret? A breathtaking mint error that has shocked collectors and ignited a wave of excitement across the country. And today, that very error penny is valued at an astounding $488,000. Yes, 1 cent, now worth nearly $500,000. And before you think, that could never happen to me, remember this. The owner of the last record-breaking 1964 error penny thought the same thing until they checked. There is a powerful and thrilling truth hidden in the world of rare coins. The things we overlook are often the things worth the most. This is where your journey begins, and it's far more than a story about a coin. It's a story about opportunity, timing, and the possibility of stepping into a wealthier life simply by looking more closely at what you already own. But stay with me because the details matter. And the error that created this $500,000 treasure didn't happen by accident. The 1964 penny was minted during one of the most chaotic chapters in modern coinage history. The U.S. Mint was racing to produce billions of coins to meet massive national demand. In that rush, pressure levels misaligned, dies were overused, and planchets slipped out of position. The result? A handful, so rare that collectors call them ghost coins, were struck with extraordinary errors. Some were double-struck, some were struck off-center, and a few were struck on the wrong planchet entirely, creating a one-in-a-generation rarity that can turn a simple penny into a high-value collector's dream. The 1964 penny that sold for hundreds of thousands didn't get its value from age. It earned it through impossible rarity. Now before you sit there thinking, well, I guess I already spent mine, let me interrupt you with a pattern reset. If you've ever dropped a handful of pennies on the floor and said, "Ah, I'll pick them up later," congratulations. You've potentially walked away from $500,000. Don't do that again. You never know which one of those coins is ready to rewrite your future. As the story builds, so does the urgency. Collectors across the country are aggressively hunting for 1964 error pennies right now, because sales like the $488,000 hammer price have set off a wave of demand. Auctions are heating up, private buyers are making bold offers, and those who discover the right error coin are stepping into financial opportunities they never thought possible. Your pocket change, your inherited jars, your old childhood coin box. Every one of them could be hiding something powerful. And the fear of missing out is real, because once these rare errors surface and enter collections, they rarely come back to the market again. When they disappear for good. This is where your transformation begins. To find one of these life-changing 1964 error pennies, you don't need luck, you need awareness. Look for dramatic double strikes, visible off-center impressions, wrong planchet anomalies, or an unusual weight that signals the coin was struck improperly. These errors are bold, unmistakable, and breathtaking when you finally see them under the light. And the moment you recognize one, everything changes. Suddenly, the path to a wealthier life doesn't feel so far away. Suddenly, you realize that opportunity isn't always out there somewhere. It might already be in your hands. Now let me interrupt your thoughts again with a quick shot of humor, because yes, you absolutely can start checking your couch cushions. Your future might literally be hiding between the sofa and the remote. And if your kids ever told you, nobody cares about pennies anymore, this is your moment to smile, because now you know something they don't. As we approach the end, the message becomes crystal clear. The world of rare coins is booming. The desire for high-quality mint errors is exploding. And the 1964 penny, once ignored by millions, is now a symbol of hidden wealth waiting to be discovered by someone just like you. Your journey to financial transformation could begin with a single coin, one that many people overlook every day. Imagine the moment you realize your coin isn't just a part of history. It's a stepping stone to a wealthier lifestyle. The excitement, the relief, the triumph. It all becomes real when knowledge meets action. So don't let your chance slip by. Don't let another rare penny hide for another decade in a drawer somewhere. Check your coins. Look closely. And open the door to a world where even the smallest treasure can rewrite your story. Because somewhere out there, another 1964 error penny worth nearly $500,000 is waiting to be found. And the only question left is, will the next life-changing discovery belong to you?